What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome back to a brand new duel video. So today we have Sekka Mermail on the left and Mekk Knight Invoked on the right. But I want to tell you guys real quick, if you didn't catch the last video, I'm actually sponsored now by Imperium Duelist. So if you want to head over to their website and you want to purchase anything, you can go ahead and use code Winter Kills 10 off to get 10% off on your next purchase. So there's that, and we're playing on this awesome play mat that you can find on their website as well. Nice two-player cloth mat, and you can go ahead and check their links down in the description below to their social medias, their website, etc., etc. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get started here. Obviously, I am playing Sekka Mermail. I've been playing it for such a long time now, and still continuing to play it even though the list is come and gone with Goblin being hit. The deck can pretty much still function as normal. Now, I know, like, the combos that I showed up did show like summon sorceress and things like that, and I obviously know that the whole world doesn't have access to summon sorceress yet. I don't know why they release cards like that. I wish they would just, like, if one region got a card, everyone else did, but that's just how it is. But in most cases, the only way that combo changes is just opening up another level 7 or having more surge power to be able to grab another Megalo or Teus in your combo. So instead of going to Summon Sorceress here, you'd just be going into Decode Talker. And right here, ideally, you'd want to be discarding a Gund off of this Megalo to revive like a Teus out of grave to be able to make a rank 7. Then you can see at this point, if that were the case, we wouldn't even need Summon Sorceress here to be able to summon out this other Megalo. It just helps out a lot in most cases when you don't have access to search those other cards. You guys get the point, though. And even if you're not able to go into a Link 3, there's still other combos you can do. Obviously, it's not as great. That's just how it is, though. But anyways, continuing on here, going into Tomahawk and then linking away Tomahawk and a token for Cerberus. Normally would have been Goblin pre-list, but now we're going into Cerberus, and then Cerberus is going to quickly get exchanged into a copy of Mermaid, and then ditching the other card in my hand for Mermaid's effect. That's going to summon out Ibli, and then we'll go ahead and get to draw a card here once that effect of Mermaid resolves, and that's going to grab me Swap Frog, which I think is probably literally the best card I could have drawn at this point in time. So I go ahead and link away Ibli on one of the last tokens for a Proxy Dragon. I go ahead and give him the Ibli Firewall Chainlink 1, Ibli Chainlink 2, so Swap Frog doesn't end up missing timing. And I already have Ronin Engraved, which is actually such an amazing setup at this point. It's actually unbelievable. And go ahead and use Swap and that other last token to go into another copy of Proxy Dragon. Proxy Dragon pretty much being the main workhorse in this combo, just allowing you to get links on the field. Link 2s is just really easy to make Link 2s, making this combo pretty much viable again, as it always was, I should say, even without the need of Goblin. Now, this is the tricky part, where Goblin would really help out. Obviously, to be normal summoning Ibli, we would have added it back off of Firewall, and then, you know, linking to Trigate a little easier. But this is where, you know, engines like the Swap Frog engine come in super clutch, and you'll see here I go Prince into the Link Karibo, and then I summon another Swap Frog from hand, send the another Swap Frog from deck to grave, and here I go ahead and summon out Ronin by banishing a swap, and this is just giving me the extra fodder that I need to be able to keep linking. And I go into another copy of Cerberus here, and I summon off Firewall again, and summon out Megalo. Now here, I've already Moolined him for a copy of what looks like to be Meltdown and World Legacy's Memory, so I decided to ditch Proxy Dragon and Cerberus for Topological Gunblar Dragon here. And I have no cards left in hand, so it is extra link, so I'm just going to go ahead and use its effect at this point to take 2 more cards out of his hand. Pretty busted, if you ask me. It's just, this essentially is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Boils down to at this point. For some decks, it's just combo, 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 and then along the way your opponent loses 4 cards. There's nothing they can do about it. They didn't open up a hand trap, which is just super. It's just, I just wish there was more ways to counter boards like this other than just hand traps, because that's just such a huge luck factor. But anyways, using my last Ronin, banishing my last swap, I should say, to link away Megalo and Ronin for Phoenix. I don't have another Cerberus to go into, And I could have left the Tri-Gate triple co-link, but like I said, I don't have another Cerberus to go into. It's just what it ended up boiling down to, which is kind of unfortunate. I guess that's a balanced trade-off anyways. I can't use it to negate that desires, but he doesn't really end up drawing to what he needs. And that's pretty much going to be it for game one. Just popped off super hard, got super lucky, and you know, luckily we were able to pull off a pretty decent combo there with the 4-card you know, hand loop there. So he does get to go first here. Really unlucky opening. And yeah, it just kind of really unlucky here. He could have probably ended with maybe at most like a Morning Star, or maybe another link to like Alistair with a Mekka, maybe like a Super Poly or Book of Law set if you got super lucky. But just ends up setting one and passing. And I open up super well here, as you can see. I've got Prince and Teus, which alone is just enough to just do tons of damage in this format, especially with the cards we have accessible, especially with Firewall still being a thing. So Teus and Prince go ahead into Reprodocus here, and now I have 6 Waters Engrave or something like that, or 5 Waters Engrave. I think it might be 6, but I go into Reprodocus. This card is just so good in here, and I go ahead and summon out Megalo, discarding Dragoons and Gun. Obviously, it's going to be Gun Chainlink 2, Dragoons Chainlink 1. Do things a little out of order there, as sometimes I do. But here he activates Called By after I summon out everything that I want to summon, after everything resolves. So he decides to wait till open game state, you know, after every effect is resolved, to be able to activate Called By, you know, before I can summon my Moulin. And he ends up banishing Prince. Now, he could have used this Called By earlier on Dragoons, which I think would have been much more effective. But the simple fact that he ended up, you know, stopping me from being able to summon Moulin actually does a lot in and of itself. And I know probably people are going to say, oh, he should just Called By the Dragoons, but sometimes these things happen, right? People forget, you know, optimal things, like what might be the best thing to hit. It is what it is. Because with him hitting that Neptibus out of my grave, it actually does like 2 things. It stops me from summon Moulin, and it stops me from being able to go into a Link 3 before going into Tomahawk, which is actually kind of, it hurts quite a bit, as you'll see here. I have to go into Proxy, and then I still go into Firewall with Sorceress and a token, and then I use my last token to go into Link Spider. So I get this, you know, double co-link here with Firewall, and I have to use Firewall's effect here early because I'm just low on field resources. And I still have quite a few cards in hand, but it's just not the most optimal thing. I'm thinking I'm going to add back double Dragoons, but I don't add back 2. I think I add back a Teus instead of one of the other Dragoons. Because I just realized at this point I actually need like a card in my hand to summon, and I just have to actually grab a Teus instead out of my grave. So I think I do that here momentarily. Probably should have just cut this out, but yeah, see how I had to put the Dragoons back to the grave to add the Teus instead is what the right move would have been. So yeah, Teus in hand, and I go ahead and discard Dragoons. I've already used Teus earlier. No target left in deck at this point, I don't believe, because I think I have like a Gund in hand and a Gund in grave. Could be wrong though. But anyways, Teus active, or not Teus, linking here into a Link 3, and I decided to go for Nightmare Unicorn. Like, my field is very much, like, scuffed at this point. I'm deciding which to summon off of, which monster to summon off Firewall. I was gonna go Prince, but I realized I probably should just go Infantry and get the extra normal summon to go for Prince. I can't use Prince, obviously, because he did Called By during this turn. So I go in for Phoenix, and I end up swinging for a lot of damage. Now, I realize I probably could have just summoned a monster from hand with Firewall here and attacked. I could just summon the other gun that I had and attacked for game. That would have been game right then and there. I don't know why I didn't do that. I just maybe felt like I couldn't for some reason. Again, I don't know. But anyways, I decided to do this little play here at the end. I get rid of Phoenix and go for Mermaid, discard Gund, and summon out Ibli. And link away the 2 here for Cerberus, because I haven't used Cerberus yet. And I just give him the Ibli, because at that point, why not? And I've got, you know, Unicorn and Cerberus co-linked up, and double Alistair in hand and all of that stuff, which is really unlucky. Not really much he could have done there without having to crash and taking up like more damage than you know, he would have been able to afford there. So you know, he couldn't even, well, he could have technically probably linked into, you know, he could have normaled Alistair and linked into something else to try and out that field, but with Cerberus there, I don't really think there's much that he could have done. Yeah, I don't really see what else he could have done there. Linking into Cerberus, like I said, I have my own Cerberus to protect against a Cerberus of his own. I just don't really think there's any other Link monsters that I can think of right now that he could have gone into that would have helped him in that situation. But I misplayed a little bit. He misplayed a little bit. It is what it is. But I was still really happy I was able to show off that Gunblower play in the first game. But anyways, like I said, guys, if you'd like, go over to ImperiumDuelist.com. You can use Winner Kills 10 off if you will like. On your next purchase, save a little money, help support me a little bit. They got some awesome sleeves. I use them in all my videos. And that playmat too, which they were so kind to send me to use, which is a really awesome playmat. I've used it quite a few times now, especially to record these videos. Very nice quality, and it's, you know, I'd like to compare it to like Spellgrounds, because those are usually a little bit more expensive. They're nice mats, but these mats they sell, the cloth mats, aren't nearly as expensive, but the quality, in my opinion, is still there, and it's a really nice looking play mat. So anyways, that's enough of me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And as always, Winner Kills signing out. We'll see ya in the next one.